CGT346 on masking. What I'm showing you right now is the final product of my masking. What I did was I masked around him, and if I were to go up or down a few frames, you can see that the masking follows him all the way that he goes. And this is what masking is generally used for. So now I'm going to show you how I got to this final product. If I go back to the original footage right here, here is our product right here. And I'm going to go to the pen tool. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I'm going to start drawing around him. You can be as rough or as accurate as you want to at this point. But the objective is to draw around him. Oops. Once I finished drawing around him, roughly I would finish the mask by clicking on the first point that I put in. Now, this mask is very rough and is not totally accurate, but if I were to click off the screen here so I can edit these points, we can move these points around and get it a little bit more accurate. So I'm going to do that right now. Okay, now that I have masked around him fairly accurately, I want to drop down here and drop down my masks, drop down this, and if you look at it right now, it might be kind of jagged and kind of sharp in some edges. So what I want to do is change the feather, the mask feather down here, to change it up to about 8 pixels or so, to feather that out and make it not look as jagged. Next, what I want to do is I want the mask to follow him as I go forward in my frames. So how I do that is I go to the mask path here and I click on the stopwatch, and it will create a keyframe for me right here. Once it creates this keyframe, I can move my frames. I can go down. I'm going to go down about 3 frames. So 1, 2, 3. And then once I do that, I'm going to grab these points. Oops. Click off the screen. I'm going to grab these points and move them around. And when I move them around, After Effects will automatically keyframe again at this point down here. So what you do after you do that is you just snug up these points as best you can, and I'm going to do that right now. Okay, so now that I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and go down another 3 frames and do the same thing. And again, when I move one of these points, After Effects is automatically going to keyframe it for me. So as you can see, this is a very tedious process, but can give you good results if done correctly. Okay, so now that I've done that, if I were to go up or down on my frames, you can see that the mask follows him as he runs. And this is basically what you do for as long as you want the mask to work. And that is the final product.